Welcome, Virgo, to the month of July 2017. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and this is a general transits reading for those born with their sun, moon, and or rising or ascendant signs in Virgo. And Virgo, the month of July starts out with the sun, the planet Mercury, and Mars all in your 11th house of friendships, hopes, wishes, and goals that you aspire to, and maybe even some significant dreams that you would like to attain. And in the beginning of the month of July, you may very well do just that, because you can be thinking and taking action and shine not only in group endeavors, but what you aspire to. Now, on July 5th, Venus goes into Gemini in your 10th house of career, and that can even help you be a little even more mercurial, but try to think outside the box and take more action. And the following day, on July 6th, Mercury leaves Cancer and enters Leo in your 12th house of the subconscious mind or dreams and hidden strengths or weaknesses, where Pisces naturally resides, along with the north node of the moon, which entered the sign of Leo back on May 9th. Now, on July 9th, there will be a full moon in your 5th house of romance and creativity, joining in with Pluto. And here again, there is at least a brief 2.5 day opposition of some focal awareness of what you can do within a group endeavor, as well as possibly form a new creative circumstance, perhaps within a romantic setting. Then I don't know if that makes sense or not, but then on July 16th, the moon goes into its last quarter in your 8th house of sex, death, and taxes, joining along with the planet Uranus in Aries. So last quarter moon will be in Aries. And this is a time where you can tie up loose ends in finances, maybe update your stock portfolio, reorganize your finances or accounts. Then on July 20th, Mars moves into your 12th house in Leo, and you'll have even more incentive to take some time out and think in like more sort of take some time out to not necessarily isolate yourself, but to kind of recharge your mind and your, and slow down a bit, but take some time out to dream, as the 12th house is the house of dreams. and or the dream state. And then on, let's see, July 22nd, the sun moves into Leo. And here again, a lot of people are having a very full emphasis with numerous planets going like all bundled into one house here, and yours are in the 12th house. And let's see, then even more so, the new moon ends up ending up in your 12th house as well on July 23rd. So this really is a time to focus on you and take some time out and take some time away, maybe slow down with work. Like, in other words, don't work too hard. But actually, because all of the planets are transiting your 12th house of where Pisces naturally resides, you will actually have a tendency to provide service to others. Just watch out for your health and don't overwork or overdo things, as sometimes both Pisces and Virgos can quite be, how do I put it? I don't really want to say workaholics, but that's pretty much the case for most, if not the two signs I've just mentioned, and so it's especially since Neptune is in the 7th house in Pisces of others, but there's a lot of trines and sextiles going on, so it should be not too overbearing or overwhelming for you at this time. Just remember to take some time out to yourself and retire and or rest up, in your home, and maybe, as I say, go within, maybe not in a bad way, but isolate yourself a little and take some time to yourself to regenerate. And on let me think here, on July 30th, the moon enters your 3rd house of communications and goes into its first quarter, creating maybe the ability to start new, well, not like the new moon, but take off with those new moon ideas and start that project that you've wanted to do concerning writing, as the 3rd house deals with not only speaking but the written art of communication. Then finally on July 31st, Venus enters your 11th house of friendships and goals, hopes and wishes, in Cancer, and it trines, the moon trines your friendships. There's been a lot of sextiles and trines, and maybe one really good opposition, but a lot of us are having very harmonious aspects in their transiting charts for the month of July. And this will be, it'll really tie into really what you need right now. Instead of just always work, take some time out to have some wonderful conversations with your friends in a group sense, now that you've had some time to yourself. And that, Virgo, is your general transit chart for July 2017. And if you liked this, give me a thumbs up, share, or subscribe, or comment. So with that, have a happy 4th of July, and thank you very much for taking the time to listen to your reading.